feel almost altered to be doing something that's risky and beautiful and meaningful all at the same time. Like, it's an incredible feeling. I never imagined that I would get to do things like that in this lifetime. To be on the rig on the crane for All Souls Procession finale it's amazing because it felt, again, like more like an offering. You are literally in another realm with 100,000 people mourning and their prayers coming up. It feels like they go through you. I feel like the aerial training and the acrobatic stilting have helped me be able to face fear a lot better because you're constantly doing scary shit. Continually facing fears and pushing past them has been really helpful with me dealing with my current diagnosis. Even though it's the worst cancer, stage 4, it is a milder treatment than an early stage cancer because we know that we're not going to cure it.
The only potential downside, when we do see patients that take these medicines for years and years, is getting osteonecrosis of the jaw and having that occur.
My care is different than a regular cancer patient or an early stage cancer patient. The goal is to kind of keep me comfortable for as long as possible until that drug stops working, because it will at some point.
Everything's perfect.
So the first set of drugs that we tried suppressed my ovaries because the type of cancer that I have is fed by estrogen and progesterone. Going into menopause at 35, I stopped eating, I stopped sleeping. I kind of lost my shit, so that didn't work. The other drug, which are 2 big, huge injections into your butt, this thick drug, it sucks, it's really painful. And then the third drug was another injection into my abdomen to treat the bone cancer.
I'm just going to do your extrema first, okay?
Okay. This time last year, I went to get my monthly injections and I was telling the nurse that I'm down a couple pounds. You don't have to go very far in with the needle. There's not a lot of fat here. When she went to give the injection, she plowed the needle in. I saw white and I almost passed out. Basically what we figured out is she transected my sciatic nerve. It totally sent me into this PTSD spiral. I'm a nurse myself and I don't like giving intramuscular injections like that. It's a really specific skill. Now they have these medical assistants and they're really, really good at it.
That side. Well, this is your bad side, I know that. And then go as slow as possible on this side, okay?
But then when I'm done, I'm done. It's like I flip back into the rest of my life. I think a lot of people think I'm fine or I'm in remission and I'll never be in remission and I'm not fine. I started performing probably when I was 22 in Flagstaff, just doing West African dance and drumming. And stilting. I started up there with the small circus that my partner at the time was running. But there wasn't a whole lot available in Flagstaff. I moved down to Tucson in 2007 to go to nursing school. I was originally diagnosed with an early stage breast cancer when I was 25. The work that I wanted to do, which was to be a volunteer with Peace Corps, and that I had been working towards, I couldn't do it. They wouldn't let me because of this illness. That really drove the decision for me to become a nurse. You have to get really practical. I met Aurelia Cohen in 2007. I had seen her in a performance and realized that someone in Tucson was doing aerial. I started taking class with her, as well as my friend Monica, who's become my main aerial partner. Aurelia asked Monica and I to be in the finale for the All Souls procession as an aerialist. When I started being involved with the All Souls procession, all of a sudden Tucson kind of opened up to me in my mind and in my heart.
We met in Flagstaff in northern Arizona, started dancing together. We both ultimately did end up down here in Tucson and going to nursing school. And I had acute leukemia when I was 20, and I had a bone marrow transplant. When she received her first diagnosis of breast cancer, I had been 6 years after my treatment, so...
You had been through remission and come through the other side, so for me it was like talking to you was so hopeful.
And then kind of be with each other through our Healthy Gen parties, our remissions. We used to have a Healthy Gens party to celebrate our cancer-freeness.
Make little cupcake boobies and...
Yeah, like vagina cakes. And for me, it's always been a source of inspiration for me to just keep going for things that I want. And
I don't know if it's because you become more willing because you've looked at death like really seriously at a really young age, and I don't even know, because it doesn't feel like this conscious thing in a way. It's kind of like you're just like blown open.
My husband was going through cancer treatment at the same time as she was. She was able to be there for me at the same time that she was experiencing her own cancer journey, which blows my mind because she had her own trip and I had my own trip, and I think we were able to be there for each other. She just, in the midst of such pain and sadness and confusion, came to dance class and exploded on the dance floor with fierceness.
Everything just falls apart. I feel like shit, I look like shit. I don't feel like I want to be around people, and my community and my friends really drove that home, that it's okay to be a fucking wreck and it's okay to be sick and still be in your community.
I think it's easy to leave, and it's hard to persevere. We've been together since Valentine's Day. Coming up, yeah, it'll be 5 years, so 2011. A lot of our friends are in other groups and dance collectives and all these little circles. I knew that she was a cancer survivor, and it just seemed like, oh, hey, I went through this thing, I'm through it. And when Jen got re-diagnosed, the diagnosis really helped me focus where I want to focus my intention. Having to accept all of these things and things beyond your control, finding peace and just some space, and just being able to just stop and take a breath.
The first time I ever saw the procession was in 2007. Up until that point, I really hated Tucson. Then the procession happened and it completely changed my view of the town, the community, the people who are involved. Last year, when I received my diagnosis, it was really a sad thing for me, and I cried a lot during rehearsals, and it was just knowing that my time is going to be up sooner than later was all I could think about. This year, I feel a lot more settled in that, and I feel more the connection with the other dancers and the performers and the community around me. I'm still here and a part of something that has become really important to me, and it feels less about grief and more about celebration, and celebrating like right now and not worrying about what's coming.